Refurbish.
Emma is to refurbish Mr. Knightley's chair.
Ancient.
Ancient Chinese found that oil could speed up the heating of food.
Portable.
Nick turns on his portable radio.
Disciple.
Yes, I have found some new disciples, followers who are more devoted to me than ever.
Exhibit.
Portland Place is going to exhibit my photographs next month.
Rekindle.
Miss Jade's fantasy is to rekindle the love she once had with Bob.
Meteor.
Tonight is the magnificent Lyrid meteor shower.
Strap.
I'm worried I'll lose my watch because the strap is so loose.
Urban.
30 years ago, just 1 in 5 people lived in urban areas.
Deteriorate.
As we age, our ability to think and remember starts to deteriorate.
Salamander.
Might the salamanders compete with plants for insect food?
Bond. My grandmother and I had a very special bond.
Handy.
Yes, a folding bike is very handy.
Gauge.
When they inspected his vehicle, they found the fuel gauge at empty.
Embryo.
And that eggshell protects the developing embryo.
Quadruple.
Oil prices quadrupled in the next year.
Integral.
Credit cards are an integral part of the U.S. financial system.
Urgent.
I really need to see him. It's urgent.
Quotient.
Other VCs assess a founder's emotional quotient, or EQ.
Annual.
The annual bird migration has been going on for thousands of years.
Multiplicative.
These are not multiplicative but definitely represent a great risk reduction to fully vaccinated people.
Studio. We're in the studio recording 6-minute grammar. Geometric.
The world clearly isn't just built from simple geometric shapes.
Minus.
5 minus 2 is 3.
Ordinate.
Could you tell me the ordinate of point A?
Numerical.
Graphs are a simple and effective way of presenting numerical data.
Oblong.
In a symmetrical oblong shape.
Quantitative.
We ran a Reciprocal.
We support free trade, but it needs to be fair and it needs to be reciprocal.
Tangent.
So this line is called the tangent.
A lot.
How many minutes have you allotted for this phone call?
Boycott.
Mr. Odinga urged his supporters to boycott work on Monday.
Compensation.
They want compensation for their ruined property.
Ordinal.
Notice that I used an ordinal number, 8th.
Perimeter.
We are going to check the perimeter of the house.
Triple. We could get a triple room.
Curtail.
Please do not curtail my husband's personal freedoms any further.
Deficit.
And we've cut our deficits by nearly 75%.
Motto.
Carson's motto is be prepared.
Reject.
Tess firmly rejected his offer.
Tension.
And as more free black people joined the workforce, racial tensions rose.
Flame.
Suddenly a great flame lit the room.
Vent.
Money is in the air conditioning vent.
Jog.
We went jogging this morning.
Mimic.
People tend to mimic each other's postures.
Laboratory.
He works in a laboratory there with other researchers.
Crisscross.
If there are no convenient trees nearby, you can crisscross your fingers to get the same effect.
Sour.
And what makes vinegar so sour?
Critique.
Comments, critiques. Julie, tell me what you think.
Viral.
I'm going to the lab to test for viral infections.
Fault.
Sorry.
It's not your fault.
Schedule.
I've got a very busy schedule and I can't wait all night.
Ladder.
Some men are born to luck, some are not. I belong to the latter class.
Minimal.
There can be minimal damage if it's done right.
Refrigerate.
Soft fruits like peaches and nectarines can become mealy if you refrigerate them too soon.
Fountain.
You took coins out of the fountain?
Horizontal.
And the x-axis is the horizontal line.
Appetite.
And hungry bears have huge appetites.
Perpendicular.
A square has 4 90-degree angles made by its 4 perpendicular sides.
Impressive.
Your resume is very impressive.
Generous.
He is generous with his time.
Liberate.
We liberated them from greater hardship.
Completion.
So even in 1869, people knew the railroad's completion was significant.
Synthesize.
There is a scientist who can synthesize your blood.
Inherent.
I accept the inherent risks of our jobs.
Disinterested.
An umpire must be an entirely disinterested but keen observer.
Asthma.
She's having an asthma attack. She needs the inhaler.
Mania.
Up next, the Spider-Man mania is sweeping the school.
Inspect.
He clearly knew all about Oliver and inspected him closely.
Scorch.
See, where the skin is scorched?
Aggregate.
The aggregate of the salaries in the family is $5,000 a month.
Cylinder.
This shape is a cylinder.
Impair.
I think my emotions will impair my ability to do this mission well.
Quality.
It is a hat of the very best quality, Watson.
Bureau.
Yeah, Maz, if you want the FBI's help, you gotta go to the Bureau.
Excavation.
An excavation near Cairo yielded dozens of mummified cats.
Spin.
I like spinning in your chair.
Erode.
Storms have been eroding these cliffs for years.
Settle.
They agreed to settle all their differences at future negotiations.
Virus.
How does a virus spread?
State.
But due to the state of the economy, we will not be hiring anyone.
Fahrenheit.
Steam is water that's heated to 212 degrees Fahrenheit.
Creep.
Into my room he creeps without making a sound.
Thorough.
Wow, that's a really thorough investigation.
Spectrum.
Light is a spectrum. There's light we can see, but there's also light we can't see.
Overhaul.
This is major reform, like a complete overhaul.
Innate.
We're not born with an innate understanding of our biases.
Picturesque.
If something is picturesque, it's beautiful, like a painting.
Graphite.
No lead in pencils is graphite.
Encourage.
I encourage you to be completely honest.
Shuffle.
"See you later then," said Harry. Hagrid shuffled off.
Modulate.
Well, I'd appreciate you modulating your tone.
Rebate.
Even after a tax rebate, Bill Nye's cost $32,000.
Finch.
This goldfinch is building a nest at the end of a branch.
Nostalgia.
Nostalgia means thinking about the past with a mixture of warm feelings and sadness.
Pants.
I own 9 pairs of pants.
Endorse.
McCain has endorsed Trump for president.
Fluctuation.
There was a slight fluctuation in brain activity.
Subsidiary.
It is a subsidiary stream flowing into the main river.
Import.
All Britain's oil and over half its food had to be imported.